What are some things that gyms can do in order to grow their women's program?
Yeah. And again, I have that blueprint all written out, and that is the culmination of kind of 14 years of experience. I've started ladies programs in more than one gym, and
Mhm.
then also having been a teacher myself for a lot of years outside of jiu-jitsu. Uh, the biggest thing is just having a time and space. So
Mhm.
even if there isn't an instructor, having an open mat time where ladies can get together and train, because a lot of times they'll be kind of scattered throughout classes. We have a fair amount of women in our gym, but there'll be, 3 or 4 in each class, and some daytime, some nighttime. So I try to have a space on Saturdays where we can get together and train. And then we're going to add one during the week also. And it's a constant thing. It's a really fragile community. We also do social events outside the gym. So we just had a cookie exchange, a holiday party. It was super fun. And so all the ladies will get together outside the gym and hang out, and they get to know each other socially, which is so important for women. They need the social support. They need those relationships to keep them coming back and kind of have those shared struggles together. I think it's even more important for women. And it's just fun too. You see their jujitsu, especially with the white or blue belts. A white or a blue belt roll should be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They can't quite hold position. They can't quite finish submissions. And when you see someone with a big size and strength difference, a guy with a girl, it's just kind of they get pancaked, and that might be the end of the roll. But when you watch women roll that are white belts, it's back and forth. They're having these
Mhm.
transitions, they're getting out, they're trying a submission, not quite finishing it, and you get to see kind of where they're at. So it's a little easier to rank people too, that way, rank
Mhm.
ladies. So that's, a huge advantage of it. So having a space, and you have to fight for that at some gyms. A lot of coaches don't really see the benefit of it, but half of the population outside of the gym are women. So you're going to have more people at your gym, more students if you can get the women in. And if you can get the ladies that are moms and girlfriends and wives that are in the gym every week anyway, to have a class and a space for themselves, they will come. They want to train. They're interested in what their husbands are doing, their sons, their daughters, but they don't feel like there's a place for them. Like it's for them, but it's not for me. But if you create a class, you create a space for them, and you say, no, this is for you. You are welcome. There are people here that are your age, that are also moms, that are also girlfriends, and that just want to try this. They could, a lot of times when I do even just like an 8-month or 8-week class, some of them try it and keep going, and some of them just try it and have a better understanding. They have fun, they're challenged, and they understand their family a little bit better. It just keeps everyone in the gym longer, when you have the support of the women in the group. So I think it's important for that reason. So building the space, having a time on the schedule. This is the women's open mat. It's not open mat where there's a bunch of dudes, on the same mat kind of running over that space. Like at least part of the mat, it's like this is the women's side. They're going to rotate through. If you can have a technical leader, doesn't have to be a female, but
Mhm.
someone who is not going to try to be sleeping with the women, not use it for serious,
Oh, hi,
there's
it's
that thing. Like
it's
if
it's a
they're like,
thing,
oh, I'm the
yeah.
leader of the women's class, and they're like, you know, making women shit, that's not going to work. So you have to have
Mm.
someone that is kind of compassionate enough and patient enough, and is going to make corrections in a way that's positive. Then they'll be able to handle the ladies, and it could be a guy, doesn't have to be a girl.
Mhm.
And then you need a social leader too, somebody who's making those let's compete in this tournament, let's have a party, let's go for a hike, every other month or so. And it kind of gels the community. And I will admit, I've been traveling a lot lately, so my Saturday class got super small, so I'm kind of building it back up now. It's a constant thing.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's a small group. So when you lose a woman, where they move, or they decide, they have a life transition, it's like a big hit. You're like, oh man, one of my blue belts moved, that's a big
Mhm.
deal. And so to keep them is just, it's a little more work, I think.